Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've recorded an episode of Complete Drivel because I'm tired. And you know what? Sitting down and talking for 20 minutes is really hard. I've also been really sick. Wow, it's just a whinge fest. Like every episode, it is a whinge fest. I've got really nothing to talk about. Like, I've nothing. Actually, that's a lie. I have a really huge, big, massive announcement that I can't disclose because I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So I'm sort of at the mercy of Mr. X. But I think tomorrow is when I'm allowed to tell people what's happening. So anyway, I'll put it up on Facey and I'll do it in the next podcast. I should be able to tell you what I'm doing. That's a great sell. Look, it's a very hilarious story, and it's a really hilarious thing that I'm going to be doing. It's very serious too, so it's very funny. I thought this episode, because literally nothing has happened apart from the biggest life event of all time, of which I've signed a non-disclosure agreement on. I haven't done anything naughty in a park. I haven't done anything. I figured it was time to just answer some questions that the internet has said you get to know someone. I don't know. Okay, this is hard for me. Everyone's like, where's the podcast episode? And I'm tired and I just don't want to be here, and I'm like, life's really hard. No, it's not. Okay, so basically, can you hear I'm rambling? 2 minutes and I'm rambling about nothing. I'm basically going to answer some questions, and that's going to prod me for some stories for me to share. Just a reminder, I have early onset dementia, self-diagnosed because I forget things. Like this morning, I was like, did I go to the toilet this morning? Like, should I go? Like, it was 10 a.m. and I was leaving, and I was like, well, it's going to be a while before I need to go to the toilet. Did I go this morning? And then I stood there for 10 minutes going, I don't need to go, but did I go? And I was really concerned because I wasn't sure if I went. And that's conversations that 99-year-old people have with themselves, not 31-year-olds. 10 a.m. on a Sunday. It's embarrassing. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time? I reckon 10 to 12 hours. Oh, maybe a bit more, 14 hours. No, 10 to 12 hours just in my bed. If I had an extra 12 hours in the day, shit, watch porn. It's the simple answer. What's your favourite piece of clothing you own? This top that I'm wearing, actually, it's really thin. Like, I like thin materials. It's really, like, it is freezing today in Melbourne, but I will wear this top, and it only borderline smells of BO in the armpits, which I mask with cologne. Sometimes, instead of showering, I'll just spray lots of cologne everywhere, and that really does mask the stench, which is fine. Then you can just go to work. No one knows. They'll compliment you on how wonderful you smell. And this shirt, I do the sniff test on all shirts. And if it smells really bad, I douse it in cologne, and then I do another smell test. And sometimes the mixture of BO and cologne can make it worse, but most of the time it smells really nice. Anyway, this is a grey top. It's about as thin as a piece of toilet. It's like a piece of toilet paper. It's so thin because I'm a more rounded gentleman. I get a little bit overheated easily because of my poor blood circulation. So I like wearing practically nothing. In the middle of winter, I'm wearing shorts and this tissue paper top. The only downside is when there's a small gust of wind, it hugs my figure and it looks like I'm not wearing a shirt. And it like hugs to the rolls of fat. So like I'll see a photo of myself because I don't see my body. My eyes point forward, they don't point at me. And so I'll take a photo and then I'll be like, oh, let me have a look. And then I go, oh my God, why am I even wearing a shirt? Like, you can see the nipples, the belly button, my gut folds. Like, that's disgusting. And then the friend that's taking the photo looks so good that they're like, oh my God, this is a great photo. I'm posting it because it's great. And you look like literally an elephant imported from Africa that's on some sort of welfare scheme. I don't know, you're a sponsored elephant from Africa. So I'm in the grey, I've got folds of fat everywhere, but your bloody stupid friend that eats healthy goes to the gym, looks good, so then they post it, so then on their health and fitness account is you looking like Jabba the Hutt. Wow, we went deep. All the question was, what's your favourite piece of clothing? Oh, I've got issues. Okay, what hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue? Oh, being a sculptor, making sculptures out of found objects. Oh, nothing brings me more joy. If I didn't have to sleep and money wasn't an issue, I would drive around. I'd buy a car, really nice, like a ute, like a truck, and then I just drive around and pick up random things off the side of the road. You know how they have those council cleanups? And I would just make sculptures. Pallets, make furniture out of pallets. Oh, that would be my dream. That would be my dream. If I ever become a millionaire, fingers crossed, I want to become a sculptor at like Byron Bay, or like live on the beach somewhere and just make things. Make things out of stuff that's washed up on the beach. Each morning I go for a walk. Pick up like driftwood. I got so much driftwood in my apartment when I used to live on the water. I collected it all and I made it into sculptures. It was the greatest joy of my life. Next. What would your perfect room look like? Just full of naked hot men. I just walk in there, I just pick one and then go to town. How often do you play sports? That's a good one. Seldom to never. Well, seldom is never. Never, ever. Can you believe as a kid, my parents forced me to do little athletics and I sucked so bad. I was good at shot put and I made it to regionals in the walk. Just Google what the walk is. Like, guys, I was like a pro walker. Couldn't run, couldn't jog, but I could walk fast. Now, Jesus, I can barely stand up. It's probably because I don't play sport. I think if I played sport, I'd be a lot fitter. What fictional place would you most like to go? Hogwarts. No, yeah, no, it's a bit dark. I want to go somewhere like really tropical. I don't know. No, Hogwarts. What job would you be terrible at? AFL footy umpire. Could you imagine? Oh man, I'd have to run around. You do the no. Anything to do with sports. I'd also be terrible at being like the finance minister or the treasurer of Australia. In my mind, to get us out of financial crises, I would just print more money. Not tell anyone, just print more money. There's more money in circulation, right? You give clumps of it to people. You make more lotteries. You give like a lot of small amounts to people in like the lotto via cash. Economy fixed. That, in my mind, is an actual genuine solution to fixing the economy. I mean, it would screw up the rest of the world, but I feel like it would really make Australia have a solid economy if you gave away like fake lottery winnings to people, like 20 grand at a time. A couple of 20 grand, and boom. Because people that win the lotto will spend the money. They don't just save it, they spend it back into the world. Thus, the economy would boom. Thank you, Treasurer Hull. Great solution. If you could turn any activity into an Olympic sport, what would you have a good chance at winning a medal for? I'm not a very good. I spend a lot of time in bed, but I'm not good at sleeping. I want to say something dick related, but that's really immature. I'd love to see like Pornhub Olympics. Wouldn't that be great? I'd probably enter into that. What is the most annoying habit that other people have? I hope I'm not doing it now, but you know, like when you hear that noise. Oh, it's such a frustrating noise. When people chew loudly, or they just make noises when they talk with their mouth. Like I don't have any water with me, but if I don't have water, my mouth tends to make the clicking noises when I talk because of the saliva. Like, oh, I hate that so much. I also, I think this is me, but loud breathers. Like, I remember doing an exam in year 12. Losing my voice. And it'd be dead silent, but you just hear a few people being like, it used to drive me insane. What job do you think you're really good at? Blow job. That's not funny. What skill would you like to master? Ooh, the guitar. Or what language would I like to learn? French? Maybe French. Spanish. All the languages. What would be the most amazing adventure to go on? Renting one of those like bungalows in the water at like Ibiza or the Maldives. You know, it's just a bungalow in water, tropical, and you just like open the door, but you walk out and you're in the water. I don't know how else to describe it. That's a terrible way to describe it. Oh, I just want to do that. It's not really an adventure. I don't really want to go on an adventure. I just want to wake up and be by the water every day. Oh my God, that'd be so amazing. And also, you get the best like tropical storms. I love a good storm. If you had unlimited funds to build a house that you would live in for the rest of your life, what would the finished house be like? It would be exactly like a hut on the water in the Maldives. My favourite drink? Ooh, I love an iced tea, peach iced tea. Or maybe I like grapefruit juice a little bit more, like ruby red grapefruit juice. Blood orange. Oh, I love blood orange. Oh, God, blood orange. Iced tea. It's so yummy. What state or country do you never want to go back to? None. What songs have you completely memorised? Seal's Kiss from a Rose. There used to be a grey tower alone on the sea, but you became the light and the dark side of me. And love remains a drug that's the high, not the pill. And did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen. Baby, if I can bring you to a kiss from a rose on the grave, who the more I get of you, stranger. Okay, you get the point. It's my favourite song. Yeah, now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grey. God, I should have been a singer. I don't regret any of that, and I don't regret that that's on film. What game or movie universe would you most like to live in? What game? Mario Kart. Wouldn't it be great just to get up every morning and just drive and then drive into magical boxes and get like little treats and then throw those little treats at people? What do you consider to be your best find? Oof. Best find. I found a photo album from the 1940s at an old sort of market. And it had photos in it from Melbourne, but it had photos in it from where I'm living, like old photos from the 40s, like of Albert Park. Now, I live across the road from Albert Park, and it's just photos of this family, and it's fascinating, and I love it. It's my best find. Are you usually early or late? Early. Sorry, I'm dying. Early. All the time, early, because I get really scared. 1, I don't want to let anyone down. 2, I don't want to get into trouble. And 3, I don't want to miss whatever I've planned to go to. Like, be it on an airplane. I'm always at the airport like a good hour and a half early. And I get really anxious if I'm going somewhere with a friend, and if I'm meeting them there, I just meet them there early. But if they're going with me, and they like to be like on time. Oh, it makes me nervous. I'm like, no, 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 no. What happens if there's an accident on the road and we're planning to get there on time, but the accident slows us down and then we're 10 minutes late. So let's go 10 minutes early. And then they're like, you're a weirdo. We're going to leave. Not now. I'm like, no, we need to leave now. What happens if there's a tornado and everything closes and the road's closed and we have to walk there and it's going to take us an hour, so we need to go now. That's what I'm like. A pain in the ass, in other words. What pets did you have while growing up? I had, oh, I'm losing my voice. I had a cat. Get this right, cat's name, greatest name ever, Thomasina. What a great name. It's like a name that you've gone, I will call him Thomas. And someone goes, it's a girl. And you go, damn it. Then I will add Ina on the end. You are now Thomasina. And it was a cat. We had her for a long time. We had a cat called Cosmo before, but then Cosmo died at the vet. Oh, poor Cosmo. I was very young. I had a little dog called Tiny. He was tiny. Oh, well, what a surprise. Like the size of a closed fist. He was so small. A very cute dog. Mum loved that dog more than she loved the kids. The dog died. I think I may have shared this story, but I wasn't living at home when the dog died. He died of old age. We just had him for years. And I remember coming home to visit once. And it was late at night and came in and Mum had made dinner and put it in the fridge and reheated it. And I was sitting at the table and she brings it out. And I just remember thinking, oh, I haven't seen Tiny. I've seen the dog. Where is he? He hasn't come up to say hello. Normally he'll come and say hello and wander away. I was like, oh, where's the dog? And Mum looked pale. And I literally went, as a joke, I went, oh my God, the dog died and you didn't tell me. And laughed, and Dad didn't laugh, and Mum didn't laugh. And then I went, oh, wow, the dog did die and you didn't tell me. And I was like, did it happen a couple of days ago? And then Mum goes to me, it happened a month and a half ago. You don't think that telling your child that their pet, their beloved family pet, has died? No, just didn't want to. And that's my mum. Thanks, Mum. I had your best interest at heart. I didn't want to tell you over the phone. No, you didn't. You just forgot. What takes up too much of your time? Nothing. What do you wish you knew more about? How to make money fast and get out of the hellhole that I'm in. No, that's not true. I don't know. Wish I knew more about. I just wish I had more general knowledge about politics and how the world works. I've got no idea. Again, back to my earlier statement. I'm like, why don't we just print more money? That'll get people out of financial crises. Who's your go-to band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to? Fleetwood Mac. Love a bit of McFleetwood. What TV channel doesn't exist but really should? Permanent Rick and Morty. But new episodes. Every episode is a new episode. Oh man, I would never leave the home. I'd never leave the home. Is that the saying? It's never leave the house. Well done. Who has impressed you most with what they've accomplished? Oh, shit. Eminem's a pretty good one. He lived in a trailer park. Now, he's like the highest earning artist of all time. What age do you wish you could permanently be? Ooh. If I was fit and healthy, I'd say now. I reckon I'm at an age where I'm old enough to know better and I don't do things that are stupid, but I'm really unfit and healthy. So if I was say, fit and healthy and 31, I'd stay 31. What TV show or movie do you refuse to watch? Ooh, The Conjuring. But I did refuse to watch Paranormal Activity, but I watched it and it was scary. Sometimes at night I'll be in bed and I'll just look, it's dark and I just look out into my room and there's silhouettes of objects and I try and make the silhouette of a creepy person. I don't know why my brain does that, but I'm like, is that Annabelle? And I look and I'm like, oh, it is. And I get really scared and then I don't move. And then I'm like, no, it's not. And I'll get up to go to the bathroom and I'll like look in the mirror and then I'll like try and make out a figure in the mirror. And then I'll like turn around. I'm like, oh, was there someone there? I think there was someone there. And I freak myself out. What TV show or movie do you refuse to watch? Oh no, I just answered that. Whoa, there's my dementia kicking in. What would be your ideal way to spend the weekend? This weekend's been a good one. I haven't done anything. I just love chilling out and not doing anything. Maybe doing a bit of online shopping. Ordering some food. Oh, watching the Rick and Morty TV channel that I suggested earlier. Oh, so good. What is something that is considered a luxury, but you don't think you could live without? Oh, the nasal spray I'm addicted to. My nose closes over. I have to use it to unblock my nose. But it's also the cause of my nose closing over. It's a vicious cycle. What's something you like to do the old-fashioned way? Ooh. I don't know. I'm not old enough to answer that. I'm definitely old enough to answer that. What's your favourite genre of book? I don't read. Or movie. Ooh, documentaries. Love documentaries. Give me a documentary any day. How often do you people watch? Oh my God, it's my favourite thing to do. I love people watching. I basically love watching hot guys walk by and then looking at their butts and then wondering what they look like naked. It's my favourite thing to do. What have you only recently formed an opinion about? Young people. I've recently formed an opinion that young people, they don't know better. They have yet to really experience life and understand its challenges and understand all the facets and all the things that exist. You know, like, I don't know, like, I look at a lot of young YouTubers and they do really stupid things and they get into trouble for it. And they don't, like, sadly, they don't know better. Because they're so young. They haven't done... Well, now, like, I don't know. I just look at young people and when they do something, I go, yeah, but they don't really mean that because they're too young to understand. Not that they don't understand. Oh, I don't... Oh, wow. How do I explain this? If a 30-year-old did something stupid, like find a dead body and film it on YouTube, I would be like, that's really stupid and dumb, right? And then, so I think he's like 20. A 20-year-old YouTuber did it, and it is so dumb and it's so stupid. It's still just as stupid as if the 31-year-old did it. But you have to look and go, he is 21. He is dumb, though. He's a dumb 21-year-old, right? It doesn't mean that that's what he'll do. I don't know. What am I saying? Am I digging a hole? Probably digging a hole. I just think you need to inform the youth. Let them grow and discover. And then when they get to their 30s, if they do that, then shit on them and tell them that they're a dumb piece of shit. Oof. Okay, what's the best single day on the calendar? The 6th of January. It's my birthday. No, actually, not anymore. It was when I was younger. I loved having a birthday. Now I'm older. It's just like, you are old. You're old. Do you want us to talk louder? Can you read my handwriting? I'll talk up and write larger for you. Which actually helps because I am losing my hearing and my sight is going. So if you could talk up and if you could increase the font size on the phone, that would be great. Okay. What are you interested in that most people haven't heard of? Have you heard of rimming? Okay, how do you relax after a hard day of work? First of all, if you knew what I did for a job, you would know I don't ever have a hard day at work. It's the best. What was the best book series that you've ever... Oh, Harry Potter. Holding the Man was a good book too. That wasn't a series, it was a book. What's the farthest you've ever been from home? America or Europe, which is further. Anyway. I'm wrapping this up. What is the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen? Oh my God, go to YouTube and watch Your Faith Will Be Restored. Humanity, faith restored. And people like help each other and it's really nice. Oh, this sounds good. If you were a dictator of a small island nation, what crazy dictator stuff would you do? I'd have a lot of sex slaves. That's what I'd do. That's probably about it. Although maybe not sex slaves. That sounds a bit rapey. No, I wouldn't ask. No, that is, oh God. Oh, this is going weird. No, I wouldn't have sex slaves. I'd probably just pay prostitutes. Oh, that's such a great question to end on. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their lives? Genuinely, sleep with the same sex. Oh, actually, no, because would I sleep with someone of the opposite sex? No, I wouldn't, because women repulse me. No, they don't repulse me. Just their bodies repulse me. Although, I do appreciate a nice set of breasts. No, I watch straight porn. I can appreciate a woman. I don't think I could ever... Oh, it always goes... Always. Do my podcast go to dick, jizz, something sexual? Anyway. Until next time. Next time I'm going to have my big, huge announcement that's going to be super exciting. Do you like my sexy sex worker voice? Oh, hey. You've called 1-800-Christians Turning You On. Press 1 if you would like a blowjob. Press 2 if you would like to hear dirty talk. Press 3. You have pressed 2. Oh, I'm going to smear my shit all over me. So that's time. It's time. It's, as Gretel Colleen says, it's time to go Christian.